In this video, I want to share with you all the different devices that make up my Apple ecosystem so I can get done all the different things that I need to get done. And before I even start, I just want to say down below in the description are going to be different links to videos, like full-on videos for all of these different products. And also down below are the different chapters so you can jump to a specific chapter, and that way you don't have to watch the entire video. But you should stay and watch the entire video because it's going to be a fun one. Right off the bat, we got to start with the device that takes up the most screen time of mine, which is the iPhone 16e. Real quickly, I went from 13 mini to 16 Pro, had the Pro for 6 months. This came out, and ever since I tried it out, I wanted to keep it as my main device just because I really think this is the next best upgrade for any mini user, simply because it's light. It solves the battery issue that all of us mini gang folks had. So this is a really awesome device. Battery life by far is one of the amazing, like, liberating things about this. You've got a bigger display. It's very light to use, very comfortable. Performance wise, it's totally fine. And I think the only really downside of this phone is that if you need multiple cameras, this only has one. For me, this one camera is sufficient enough because I'm always shooting with the main camera of any iPhone. So for me, this works, but if that's something that's going to bother you, then this is not the right device for you. Overall, I get about 4 hours of screen time. I try to not do more than that on my iPhone, which is a topic for another video. I'm gonna do a video on how to reduce your screen time, things that just really helped me out, because buying a dumb phone in 2025 is not the solution to your phone screen time issues. But like I said, we'll do that a different day. The next device that takes up the most screen time and is with me by far on a daily basis is my M4 11-inch iPad Pro. Right now, it's my camera's monitor. I use it just placed on this M4 Mac Mini desk that I have, and so that way I can just see what's happening in the camera without being close to it. The iPad Pro is an amazing device. Everything from its lightweight design. I really like the 11-inch size simply because coming from an iPad mini 6, it's a very comfortable size to upgrade to. The display by far is absolutely amazing, and I'm reminded of that every single time I go from one of my other devices to the iPad Pro. I'm like, man, hands down, this display is absolutely beautiful. As for the performance side of things, the M4 chip is overkill for this iPad because I know for one that I am not taking even the slightest advantage of it. Matter of fact, iPad OS still has limitations, and I think that is probably the biggest downside with the iPad Pros right now. If you're somebody who can use one of those optimized apps and really take advantage of this, you are in a separate category. But for me, doing like the simplest thing, like there's a game I play, Clash Royale, I can't even use split view and have Clash Royale and YouTube running, or Clash Royale and something else running. It's a simple multitasking thing that should be possible on a device like this that has the performance of this kind of caliber, but it's not. And so I think that's one of my only regrets. Matter of fact, I have a video specifically on whether or not I'd buy it again. And the answer to that question is I wouldn't. But nonetheless, because I have it, it is a great companion. But there's nothing that I do here that I couldn't have done on something like the iPad mini 6. So if you're looking at a Pro iPad, what you need to look at is if you can't really get like the MacBook type of functionality out of this, then avoid spending money on this. Get a cheaper iPad and get yourself a MacBook Air. That's what I have, and that's the next device that we're going to talk about. The M4 MacBook Air is like the exact opposite of the iPad Pro. I absolutely love it. And one of my favorite things about it is the reduced price, because I was able to get a 15-inch M4 MacBook Air, which has been editing a lot of the videos that you see here on this channel. And everything I've done, from having so many tabs open in Safari to just casual use or professional use, it's been a great and wonderful machine. The only downside of the M4 MacBook Air is that if you are planning on putting it under sustained loads, like sustained heavy performance loads, it's not going to be able to keep up with that, simply because it doesn't have active cooling like the MacBook Pros do. But other than that, I'm not bothered by the fact that it only has a 60 hertz display. Matter of fact, I really like the display on that as well. I know it's not up to the quality of the iPad Pro, but because I have the iPad Pro, or if you have any other iPad, you can use that with the MacBook Air and have a really good portable setup for yourself. Hands down, the MacBook Air is probably something I should have bought before, but now that I have it, I'm really, really happy with it. Even when it comes to a MacBook, I'm coming from a M1 Pro MacBook Pro. So if you've been on my channel, you probably saw that at some point in my different videos. So again, for me, it's not a problem switching between the two. So having had that for several years and now jumping to the M4 MacBook Air, it's been a great experience. I have no regrets, no issues, and I know for a fact that this machine is going to be something that can carry the load for me for several years to come. And one reason to buy the 15-inch is not only because it has the bigger display, but it also has a bigger chassis. So you're giving the internals a bit more space to breathe, because it has the same internals as the 13-inch, right? But you have a bigger body, so heat can dissipate a lot faster. The next family member of the M4 series chip that I have is the M4 Mac Mini. And yes, it's the base model. And yes, the base model is the one that you should go for with external storage, because Apple charges way too much money for their storage options. I will never pay them that much money. It just does not make sense to me. And I can't believe there's videos out here on YouTube where you have M4 Max chip and M4 Studio Max and Ultra Max and all of that. I'm like, who are you making these videos for? Most of us on YouTube, man, like I remember like when I used to go on YouTube, and till this day when I go on YouTube, I just want to find out who's having a good experience with a good product that I can buy. And I can tell you the experience that you'll get with the M4 Mac Mini is great for the 99% of the people out there. The other great thing about it is the size of it. I really love the fact that it barely takes up any space on my desk setup. Even though I have a pretty large desk, it's a lot smaller, a lot more compact than the previous Mac Mini. I have it paired up with an ultra-wide monitor that I've had for several years. Again, if you've been on my channel, then you've seen this monitor in other desk setups. Matter of fact, I have a playlist dedicated to the M4 Mac Mini or the Mac Minis in general. So I will link that down below if you want more information on my setup and what I love about these machines. Now let's switch things up and move to audio, which is something that lives on this desk setup and is a headphone I only use at this desk setup because I use it for video editing. That's it. Otherwise, like when I travel, I'll use it on the plane. The AirPods Max, ever since they launched, I was very unsure when I bought them, but they have been great. And no, I did not upgrade them to the USB-C variant because that just doesn't make sense. I'm not going to pay another $500 for a headphone so it has a new port. I can handle having a lightning cable. I can't believe, again, people literally upgrade for that. I mean, if that's you, you know, that's you. You do you, man. So, but me, I'm happy with my original AirPods Max. They've been great, great sound quality. They easily, like, one of my favorite things about AirPods is the fact that they just jump device to device very easily. So if I'm using them 1 second with my M4 Mac Mini, then later on with my MacBook in the house, then no problems. So great sound quality, great headphone, and now having it for all of these years, I can tell you that it's built really well as well. The next device is going to be an entertainment one, and that is the Apple TV. We've got two of them in two different rooms. I have had Fire Sticks, I've had the Google Chromecasts from back when they were like little dongles. I've had friends that have Roku TVs and everything. So if you look at all of those different devices, there is no device that is better than the Apple TV. Again, I have the Apple TV 4K, the 64 gigabyte. I love the remote, but I do have like the Nomad AirTag case, even though you can still, you don't need an AirTag for the Apple TV remote to find it if you have like the later ones. But I just like the fact that the case that Nomad made, it just makes the Apple TV's remote feel really nice in the hand. But whether you're going to be using different streaming services, or if you just want to AirPlay something from your phone or mirror your phone screen, your iPad screen, hands down, best entertainment device ever. So there you have it. Those are the different devices that make up my Apple ecosystem. So whether I'm out and about and I just need a good laptop with me, the M4 MacBook Air base model works exceptionally well. And then when I come home and I need my desk set up with the ultra wide monitor, that works really well for me paired up with the M4 Mac Mini. So these things really help to come together really well and give me a great experience, whether it's just my day-to-day phone usage or any of my computers or headphones or anything. I'd love to know what is in your Apple ecosystem. So do drop a comment down below and let me know what are the things that you're using and how they help you get the different things done that you particularly do. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed, please do give it a thumbs up, as it'll really help me out. And most importantly, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.